everyone, so today for book time we will be reading Whales by Jennifer Szymanski. So I chose this book because it's a non-fiction book, which means that this book is based on real things like whales. So in this book you're not going to find whales that are talking, you're not going to find animals that are talking or animals that are dressed up in clothes or anything, because that is fiction. That animals don't really wear clothes around. So that is fake, it's fiction. And this is about whales, and it's going to be telling us facts about whales and how whales grow and what they eat and things like that. So on this page you see a real picture of a whale, and this is Baird's whale. So throughout this book you're going to see real pictures that people took of whales. These aren't drawings, they're actual pictures of whales. So on this page we see it says a vocabulary tree. The first word you see is animals, and under here is whales, because whales are animals. So what they can have flukes, flippers, teeth, baleen. They can also have a blowhole. And what they do, they swim, they dive, they chase, and they breathe, and they also play underwater. So whales live in the ocean. Some whales can swim in warm water. So this is a whale that can swim in warm water, and it's the Baird's whale. Other whales can swim where it is cold. So this whale is swimming in cold water, and this is called the bowhead whale. When some whales dive, their flukes go up. So this is called a fluke right here where it's pointing at. It looks like it's the tail part, the fin parts. They're called flukes. Then the whale goes down. And here's another picture of a whale underneath water. And this is called the gray whales. A whale can swim deep in the water. Its flukes and flippers help it move. So this is a fin whale. And remember back here, these are the flukes. And these are called the flippers. So these are parts of a whale, just like we have feet, arms, hands, legs. Whales have flippers and flukes. When the flukes go up and down, the whale moves forward. So remember, these are the flukes right here. Its two flippers help the whale turn as it looks for food. So just like when we are in a car, the wheels help us, move forward or move back, and then the steering wheel helps us turn in the directions that we need to go to. So just like a car that we drive, the whales uses the flukes and the flippers to help guide them on where they want to move. And these pictures are pictures of humpback whales. These whales chase food deep in the ocean. They catch squid and fish with their teeth. So here's a picture of a little squid, and these are called sperm whales. So there's a bunch of different types of whales, and they all look different. Just like how at the beginning of the book they said some whales like cold water, some whales like warm water, and some whales also go really deep into the ocean like these sperm whales. Other whales don't have teeth. They have baleen. Bits of food get trapped on it, then the whale eats the food. So this is a gray whale, and so some of them don't have teeth. So this whale, a gray whale, does not have teeth. They have baleen. So the baleen catches the bits of the food that the whale eats. Blue whales have baleen. They are the world's biggest animals. So saying blue whales are the biggest animal in the world, and they use baleen to eat. They don't have teeth. They use the baleen to catch the food. So here's lots of krill. So that's the type of food that they eat. And this is how they look up close. But they eat food that is very small. So the baleen catches the small bits of food like the krill here. Time to swim up. Whales need to breathe air. Air goes out a whale's blowhole. Then the whale can breathe in. Here's a picture of humpback whales and their blowholes right here. See, they're blowing the water out so they can breathe air. So just kind of like how humans, how we can go underwater, we can hold our breath underwater, and then we can come out. That's how whales are. They need to come out so they can breathe air. But they can last underwater way longer than us because, like we just read, some whales go really, really deep in the ocean so they can catch food. It's time to play. Here's some humpback whales jumping out of the water. Looks like a mom or a dad and a baby one. Your turn. How do baleen whales trap the food they eat? You can find out by doing this easy activity. So if you do this activity, what you would need is small pieces of paper, a comb or brush, a bowl, and water. So what you do is you fill the bowl with halfway with water, and you sprinkle the pieces of paper on top of the water. So, and you hold the comb. The comb's going to be like the baleen, so that its teeth, the bristles are pointing down, and you slowly move the comb or the brush through the top of the water. And so as you're doing that, notice how you're catching the pieces of of paper and what's happening with it. So it says, did you catch any pieces of paper? If not, try again. Food sticks to a whale's baleen the way paper sticks to your comb or brush. Then gulp, it swallows its meal. So the way you're moving that comb is the way that whales actually eat their own food. So that is the end of our nonfiction book that talked about whales. And remember, nonfiction means that it's based on real things like whales, and it gives us facts about them, like their different body parts, what they eat, how they swim in cold water or warm water. So this is a book about whales. It's a nonfiction book. So I was wondering, what was your favorite fact that you heard from this book? And whales can be found in the ocean, where there are numerous and many different animals in there. So I wonder what other animals have qualities like a whale, or what other animals have things like a whale, like maybe a blowhole or flippers or baleen. Is there any other animals that have those qualities about them? And also, I was wondering if you could do the experiment that we just talked about using a bowl of water, a brush, or a comb, and bits of paper to see how whales use their baleen to catch food. So while you're doing that activity, think about how you would feel if that was how you ate food. And how do you think the whales feel? Do you think that's easy for them to catch food, having the baleen like that? Share your experiment and how you felt about it with us on Flipgrid.